Hey everybody, welcome back to WhiteBoard Finance. My name is Marco and I'm here to help you master your money and build your wealth. The reason I have a smile on my face is because I wanted to lighten up the mood a little bit. The last few videos we've been doing have been primarily macro focused. We've been talking about CBDCs, petro yuan, petrodollar, bank collapses, all that stuff. So what I wanted to do is my research analyst and we compiled a bunch of terrible financial advice from TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Reels. And we're going to break down a couple of these and explain why, a lot of this stuff just doesn't make sense. It's not to make fun of anybody in these videos. I think most people know that it's terrible advice to begin with, but I wanted to take it a step further and just kind of educate people and see why some of this stuff doesn't make sense. So I'm going to slap on the headphones. A lot of these are coming from my buddy who runs the TikTok Investors account on Twitter. He doesn't even know I'm making this video. I'm not going to say his real name, but he's a good dude, and go follow him if you don't already. He has a ton of funny stuff. Let's get into it.
Would you rather have an 850 credit score, $2 million cash right now, or $4K a week for the rest of your life?
850 credit score, that's easy.
Why?
Because you can easily get the money off the credit. You can literally go and apply for any and every credit card known to man, and they would give you over $2 million within a day.
Oh my God.
So any credit card known to man, you can get over $2 million.
Easy. And you do all the inquiries at one time, and that way it only counts as one inquiry for each different credit bureau.
Word, that's valid. Let's go, man.
Okay, so a lot of things wrong with that. She's basically asking him, would you rather have an 850 credit score, perfect credit? Would you rather have $2 million right now, in cash or instantly wired to you? Or would you have $4,000 for the rest of your life, paid out every week, okay? So this guy goes, super confidently goes, yo, that's easy, 850 credit score, right? Because then you can just, pull out the credit, take on debt, and each credit card is just going to give you $2 million straight off the rip, right? So obviously that's not true. Most credit cards, they start you at 4 or 5 digits in a credit limit, and if you show that you're a good credit score and you show that you're a loyal customer, aka paying back your debts, you can then ask for increases, okay? Unless you're super high net worth or you have a business line of credit, no one's giving you $2 million, right? So that's the first thing wrong with this. The second thing is, I want to break this down just a little bit further. If we go to Google and we ask it, hey, what's the average lifespan in the United States? It's 77.28 years. So we're actually going to figure out if the $2 million straight up right now or the $4,000 a week for the rest of your life makes more sense. So if we know that the average lifespan, let's just say it's 77.28 years, I'm going to go into here, do 77.28. The girl in the video said the rest of your life. So let's just pretend that gentleman is 30 years old for easy numbers. That leaves us with 47.28 years for the rest of his life, times 52 weeks a year. That gives us 2,458 weeks for the rest of his life, times $4,000. That gives us $9,834,240. So most of you are thinking, well, that's a no-brainer. That's way more than $2 million, right? I'm going to take that, $4,000 for the rest of my life. But what a lot of people don't think about is what we talked on this channel is inflation, okay? And we'll see why this doesn't make sense. So if we go into a net present value calculator, let's say the future value, this gentleman does opt for the $4,000, and he gets $9,834,240 over the rest of his life. But inflation, let's just say, is 3.5% for the next 47 years, right? Right? So if we calculate the net present value, you'd actually be surprised to see that actually comes out to less than $2 million. It comes out to $1.95 million if that inflation rate is correct. If inflation is closer to 3%, you can see that that decision makes sense because he's making about $400,000 more. He's walking away $2.4 million. So this is why you need to account for inflation, and this is why taking the lump sum may actually make sense if inflation is high over the course of a long period of time. Okay, let's get into the next one.
How about these rising interest rates?
It's crazy. It's making it tough for people to buy houses.
Well, yeah, it's always confusing to me because if the interest rates are rising, but it's tougher to buy a house, does that mean that so many people are more interested in a house? And so that's why it's harder to buy a house? And how do they even determine interest rates? Like, how many people are interested.
I think the Fed does it, right?
Yeah. Do they do a survey?
They don't ask. They just tell us what's up.
I've never been asked.
No, I wouldn't even know what to say. I'd be super confused.
Yeah.
He goes, I've never been asked. So they're talking about the Fed funds rate. So these dudes are thinking like interest rates. He goes, is it a survey? I've never been asked. I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, am I interested in a house? He's talking about interest rates, aka the Fed funds rate, which we've been talking about on this channel for a long time. So this is straight off the New York Fed's website. The federal funds market consists of domestic unsecured borrowings in U.S. dollars by depository institutions, aka commercial banks, essentially, from other depository institutions and certain other entities, primarily government-sponsored enterprises. So these two dudes, they thought they were talking about if people are interested in buying a house. He's thinking of it as like a demand survey, right? Yeah, definitely not the case. Okay, so these two, this is one of the first TikToks that started TikTok Investors account because this is so bad. And of course, he's got the Ohio State hoodie on. Classic. Also, just watch this girl's eyes in the video, please. It's like straight up grifter eyes. Just watch.
So how do we make money from home? For starters, this is not a sponsored video. We just get this question all the time, and honestly, the answer is really simple.
So basically, I just trade stocks on an app called Robinhood, which I left a link in our bio if you want to check it out. It's free to download, free to sign up. They actually give you a free stock, so they're paying you to sign up. But again, not sponsored. And I know trading sounds intimidating. Here's my strategy in a nutshell. I see a stock going up and I buy it, and I just watch it until it stops going up, and then I sell it, and I do that over and over, and it pays for our whole lifestyle. If you're wondering how much you can make doing this, in this month I turned about 400 into 14,000. And in this month, I turned less than 1,000 into 20,000.
Whoa.
And honestly, my favorite part about this isn't even the amount of money you can make, but just the fact that we don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, we can focus on things that we actually enjoy doing. So if you have friends that like want to make money from home, you can tag them or send them a link. Or if you make money this way, share it in the comments so other people know like there's more people doing this now.
Dude, so simple. All you have to do, guys, this is so easy. I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I went to college and got a finance degree. All you need to do is watch the stock. Like, you buy it low and then you wait till it goes higher and then you sell it high. So this is the problem with stuff like this, you guys. They have like the way they talk to you is so disingenuous. It's so like it's pretty, we just wish more people knew about this. Like, we don't have to go to a 9-to-5. I just buy it when it's low and I sell it high. It's it's a really simple app. You can get free stocks down below, not an affiliate link or anything like that, right? So yeah, that's the problem with stuff like this, you guys, is people that genuinely don't know about, investing, trading, whatever. I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't trade. I do maybe some swing trades, momentum trades, but I'm a buy and hold investor. That's just how I'm programmed. But for people that are looking to get rich quick, or people that feel disenfranchised, they genuinely believe stuff like this is like good advice. Like, oh, okay, like I just buy it low and I sell it high. Duh, I'm gonna go start my hedge fund tomorrow, right? All right, let's get into the next one.
I got a cheat code right now. If you have $250 in your bank account, go buy a stock tomorrow. The stock market is so low right now that it's buy season. Like, this is where you get rich right here. This is when people are like, damn, I should have bought Amazon, or damn, I should have bought Apple.
Yeah, tell them the price of Amazon stock right now.
I think it's at like $89 a share.
$89 a share, dog.
Bro, 2 years ago, that shit was at $2,400.
$2,400.
You do the math, bro. You got 10 shares of that. Just have 10.
Bro.
Just have 10 shares.
Bro, just grab a quick 10. So the reason this is funny, not just because it's incredibly stupid. It's funny because this dude doesn't even know that Amazon went through a 20-to-1 stock split. So on June 6, 2022, Amazon went to a 20-to-1 stock split. So if you don't know what a stock split is picture a pizza and say there's one slice, right? You own one share of Amazon, you have one pizza, there's no slices, it's just a whole circle. Now divide that by 20. You now have 20 slices. Okay, you get 19 additional pieces of pizza, if you will. The market cap of the company doesn't change. So the reason the stock went from like $2,400, which you can see in this article right here, it basically went from 2,447 to roughly 122. And yes, 89 was low, and if you bought at 89 and it went up to 122, great. But that's because it dropped after the stock split. Now it's somewhere right around 100 something bucks a share again. But the funny part is this dude actually thought that Amazon went from $2,447 or $2,400 in his words, losing 99.9% of its value, going all the way down to 122 a share, right? No, that happened because it was a stock split. Okay. All right, let's get into the last one here.
And you don't pay the debt collectors, which, by the way, to the audience, you should never pay a debt collector because the debt doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the debt collector. Let me explain this to you. If I owe Amex $1,000 and I say I refuse to pay you, right? And they sell my debt to ABC Debt Collections Company, LLC. The debt doesn't belong to James Chang anymore. The debt belongs to ABC Debt Collectors. Why should I pay a debt that doesn't even belong to me anymore? Most people get scared because debt collectors, if you don't pay, we're going to garnish your way. They get scared. No, it's against the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. You don't have to pay debt collectors.
Oh, wow.
And you don't pay the debt.
The guy goes, oh, wow. So I worked as a credit analyst at a publicly traded bank here in Cleveland. So not only did we analyze individuals' credit reports, we can see literally everything, the cars they own, their car payments, houses, mortgages, all that stuff. Not only could I see all that on an individual level, I could see everything from the business level as well, because we were rating for business credit to see if they're worthy to be lended to, right? Credit worthiness. So everything this guy is saying, so I'm not a debt collector. I've never worked in debt collections. I've never worked in improving people's credit scores or negotiating to get them a debt payment plan or anything like that. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert in that. However, what I can tell you is if you take out debt and you don't pay it back, your credit score is smoked, okay? Especially if you claim, certain types of bankruptcy and things like that. So my point is, in the United States, your credit score is everything, okay? It can save you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest on mortgages, on business loans, on if you're borrowing for assets for a business, for example, because you're getting better rates the more credit worthy you are. The higher your credit score, the lower risk you are to potential lenders, meaning that they can offer you a lower interest rate on the debt that you are borrowing from them. So my point is that advice like this, especially with dudes that have diamond neck tattoos, kind of a sick fade, not gonna lie, but diamond neck tattoos, you may want to tread carefully getting advice from these people. Okay, so a little bit different than what we normally do on this channel, but I wanted to switch it up. We have way more of these. I try to incorporate ones that are just blatantly bad with some that can be perceived as okay, but you kind of debunk them. And then also, I like the ones where it gives you different options, kind of like, oh, if you win the lottery, would you take the lump sum? Would you take the installments? Would you take the payments? Things like that. So I think I tried to incorporate a little bit of education with a little bit of humor, but some of this stuff is just straight up bad, you guys. Again, just caveat emptor, buyer beware. Be careful who you're getting your not financial advice from, especially on the internet. Thanks for watching and have a prosperous day. Hello?
Well, yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of cut off for a sec.
Okay. So here, I'm doing an experiment. This is for my channel. Okay. So I'm reviewing like ridiculously bad finance TikToks.
Yeah.
So if you could have, I'm just gonna repeat what the TikTok was. If you could have an 850 credit score, $2 million cash right now, instantly, or $4,000 for every week for the rest of your life, which one would you take?
I take that's a good question. So you said 850 credit score and 2 million?
No. It's three options. 850 credit score, just have an 850 credit score, $2 million, or $4,000 a week for the rest of your life.
All right. No 850 credit score. That's bullshit. That's a farce completely. So, use that in your content. The 2 million, if I could get that now and invest it to get the same rate of return as like $4,000, then yes. But I would basically I think I'd probably use that Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? If it, see, that's hard.
The dude in the TikTok said 850 credit score. He said that's easy. I'm taking the 850 credit score.
Oh, you got to be serious. Oh my God. No, that is ridiculous. I would, and this is where I'd have to literally talk to my financial advisor, aka you. It'd probably be, if I could use that $2 million somehow, then I'd probably go with that.
Good answer. Excellent answer.
Yeah.
I can tell that you're my brother-in-law, and I've taught you well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last option would be to take the 850 credit score. I take the $4,000 over the 850 credit score on top of that.
Okay. Well, you'll see in the video. You made a good decision. If you watch the video, you'll see. But okay, good stuff. But you're not taking the 850.
Now I gotta watch it because I'm in it.
You're not taking the 850 credit score, right?
No. You can say, like I said, no. Put a little beep in there for me.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'm gonna put this in the video.
All right, awesome.
See you, bro. Bye.
See you, bro. Bye.